Christmas time. It's Christmas season. You know, we're jumping the gun a little bit. It's like it's really early for us, but
not though. It's after
the
Thanksgiving.
Christmas season.
It's the Christmas season.
Well, yeah. I mean, hell, I'm a big Christmas fan, so like I'm one of those. It's Christmas season all year long in my heart.
No,
I took those children's movies to very seriously.
Uh-huh.
If I ran into Santa Claus in the middle of June, I would still be saying ho 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 with him and enjoying my Christmas spirit. I love Christmas.
Well,
I think it's so much fun, even though I'm not even religious. But
you're wrong. It should be Halloween all year long.
Anyway. Bingo.
No, you know what? I'm okay with even like splitting the fucking year half and half. Half of the year is Christmas season.
That's too
the other
much.
half is Halloween season. I'm down with that.
Christmas season is December and the rest is Halloween. That's no compromise.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't do it.
I will say that the select nature of Christmas,
we just voted 2 to 1. Christmas is only 1 year. Or 1 month.
The select nature of Christmas does make it's exclusive. It's like an exclusive club. It's only Christmas season for one. I get that. I'm down with that. I really love Christmas, and I'm unashamed of my appreciation for the season.
Hey, Kelley.
What?
Well, I just wanted to ask you if you remember that time that a car drove one way slowly over the roof of your car.
In a very fuck you kind of manner.
Yeah, I do. I remember that very vividly. That happened to me last week. I was driving home from work, and a car was going the wrong way in a one-way street, so I slowed down and I stopped. And they kind of slowed down too at first, but then they gunned it, and they kind of went over the front of top of my car, kind of.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was just an SUV that drove over my little 4-door sedan that I guess maybe they thought I was a ramp because of the way that my hood was shaped or something. I don't know.
They were dukes of hazarding it.
It felt like the world was GTA 5 all of a sudden, and I was in an online lobby.
I wish I could have seen the look on your face, because I bet it was astoundment.
It was probably just, like, at the moment, I couldn't figure out what the fuck was. It felt very surreal. Like, what the fuck? Like, obviously there's the crunch and the jostle of your car getting fucking slammed around, but also like my brain couldn't it couldn't make sense of it, because why would you do this? You're damaging your own car too.
What the fuck are you
and there was
doing?
Without going into too much detail, there was plenty of space on both sides that this person could have gone. It was 9:30 at night. There was plenty of room. They just decided to drive over my car. Of all the places they could have gone, they chose me and they drove over my car and like fucking totaled my car.
Over your car, like over the hood of your, the hood of your car.
Yeah. They didn't get over the roof. They drove over like the front hood to the side of my car. Like, I imagine they probably landed right next to where my door would open, kind of thing.
That's so crazy.
But still enough where it bent my fucking tire and popped the tire, and probably did a bunch of shit to the frame. And I don't even know. The mechanic said, nope, it's done.
Well, I mean, thank God they didn't drive over the roof of your car and that you're okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, you were okay. That was the important part.
My dumbass was trying to get out of the car because I was so offended that they ran into my car that I was jumping out of my car to yell at them. So like I'm lucky that like it happened quick enough where I couldn't quite get out the door, because I would have been standing right where they. But
why do you do this?
It made me chuckle that of all things that was going through my mind at the time, it was, what the fuck is wrong with you? How dare you? What are you doing?
Yeah. You get out of your car and you're like, excuse me, rude. You know,
it's like I'm there for a mall shooting and I'm like, that's not good finger trigger discipline right there. You're not even fucking holding it right. Is the safety off? What the fuck is wrong with you? This is a mall, man. Who goes to malls anymore?
You left out the very best part.
What's that?
How they left the scene, drove around the block, came back to survey the damage, and then took off again.
Oh, yeah. They came back, and I held out my hands like, are you going to stop or what? And what the fuck? And they slowed down enough to look at what was going on, and they sped off. And an old couple, the 70-year-old couple, that they're like, did you get the license plate? And I said, no. And the husband's like, we're on it. And he just, like, gunned it, and he started going after them, and I could see the look on the wife's face, like, oh, no. And they were gone for 10, 15 minutes, and they came back, and he's like, eventually they lost me. They kept diving into different parking lots, and I was right behind them. They could figure out, they knew I was on their ass. So, and his wife was like, the 911 operator was telling us to stop pursuit, that we can't do this. And I'm like, you're the 911 operator and your wife were right. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for trying your best to at least get a license plate or something. But I don't want this wonderful. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but he struck me as like a 70-plus-year-old man, and he was braver than most people I've met, and he was willing to. I think he would have got out of his car and started putting up his dukes if he had to. So I don't know what your name is, but sir, thank you wherever you are. I'm sure he listens to the pod.
I imagine Bill Murray in your place, that kind of reaction where he'd just be like, "Hey!" He has like a car, drives over the hood of his car.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Whoa.
Real mature, guys. Real mature.
But if this were in a movie, we would have put it in the bad because it's just so unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what you said when I got home, Keith, was like, if this was in a movie, we would have struck this up as being completely unbelievable. Why would someone... I'm like, yeah, that's life. But anyways, speaking of movies, we are starting our Christmas season. The jingle... What was it? Screen share all the way?
Yes.
Is what we're calling it? Yeah.
Okay.
I'll read it by the
jingle
last
all the
You know
way.
how it goes.
Yeah.
Jingle all the way.
No.
With Screen Share and Chill.
No.
Our yearly jingle all. And
no.
Dear listeners, we're embracing this Christmas story arc, which basically is that Keith really wants us to do Jingle All the Way.
Again.
Jamie.
Again.
Yeah, he wants us to do it every year. He wants us to review Jingle All the Way once every year. I think that's kind of that's going to drive us mad, but I think it's also a little bit brilliant. I kind of like the idea. Jamie is very much, as you just heard, no.
I think the idea has already driven Jamie mad.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
I mean, the fact that the idea has already driven you mad, that's what, like, the more I know about that, the more it makes me want to do it. So.
Right? I mean, maybe I'm a horrible person.
I know where you live, Kelley.
Yeah.
I know where you live. I may not be able to track down Keith, but I know where you live.
I know that you know where I live. Maybe it's this recent brush with death, but I'm like, fuck it, bring it on. Like, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die with style and with a little bit of...
Because you're a sadist. You just want me to be in pain.
Well, so anyways, we decided it would be better dramatically if we all would take turns, obviously, and be better dramatically if I was the one that went first, because Jamie and Keith are going to have to figure out who, because Keith can basically just pick Jingle All the Way as his turn, and Jamie has decided that if Keith is going to threaten that, then she's going to exact some kind of revenge, is what I gathered. Am I reading the situation correctly, guys?
There will be revenge, yes.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
We could watch The Holiday. Every pick I could have for 2026 could be The Holiday.
It sounds like y'all have already made up your minds that this is what's going down. But so anyways, I went first, and I was like, you know what? I could be a complete dick and just have Jingle All the Way right away and just do it that way. But I decided to go with a different movie, and my reasons were threefold. I chose Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, or otherwise known as Home Alone 2, the one with Tim Curry.
That's one way to put it.
Mm-hmm. That's standout.
Hey, I'm being positive right now. Brush with death and all that. Life is wonderful.
Of course. You got any tidbits, behind the scenes info for us on that one?
First off, I didn't want to share with y'all when we were watching the movie what my three reasons were. My three reasons for picking this movie. One, I'm not getting involved officially in your feud. Two, I remember there being Donald Trump and a kid. I didn't remember. I'd never seen the movie before, so I don't remember. I think it was Kevin, but I don't know. But I think Donald Trump meets a little kid in this, and there's no way that how do we avoid that? Yeah. And three, I've never seen it. Home Alone is one of my favorite, if not my absolute favorite Christmas movie. It's what I picked last year, and I've never seen Home Alone 2. So those were my three reasons for picking it.
It's kind of fitting, actually.
And you've both seen this before?
Yes.
Yes. My grandmother took me to see this in theaters, and she laughed so hard she pissed herself.
Wait, that's what you said for the first one. Did she do it again?
No, she did it. She did it for this one. I was talking to my cousins, and it turns out that it was this one.
Until next year when we watch Home Alone 3, and it was that one.
Yeah. No. So, and listener, go back, and if you want to hear that story, that was our Home Alone episode from last year. But either way, if you haven't listened to the Home Alone one, you should. It was a fun episode.
I think it's funny that you chose the second in a series for a series of series.
See, I had four reasons. Why.
I do believe
for everyone.
That's
very good.
For everyone For everyone interested in the exploits of my grandmother in pissing, I do believe she pissed herself at home watching the original. So
your grandma's
For everyone interested in my
pants
grandmother in pissing, OnlyFans /
piss grant.
Oh, who am I kidding? My grandma's dead. Don't worry, it's not that dark. She's just dead.
Yeah.
Welcome to Screen Share After Dark again.
Yeah.
Welcome.
That's what happens.
Yeah, we're recording this at night, you can tell.
You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens?
A couple of little tidbits. Chris Columbus feels that this is the perfect Home Alone movie. He likes this one better than 1. We'll see if we agree with him, but he feels that this one was the best one.
That's Christmas Columbus, right?
Christmas Columbus.
Yes,
that's
Christmas Columbus, yes, because he's just the quintessential Christmas director.
Speaking
creator.
of, just announced to be directing Gremlins 3, I believe, which I am looking
yeah,
forward to.
which I'm like, okay, so that's an automatic, you can be assured, listeners, that we will be reviewing that pretty much immediately when it comes out, depending on what our schedule is, but yeah. Originally, John Candy was supposed to do another cameo, but he was unable to. That would have been nice. I was kind of waiting for him. I was hoping, because this movie feels like they did recycle a lot of the first movie and they just turned it up.
It's a sequel where the same shit all happens. It's just different and more of it. Yeah.
Yeah. In a different city and more planned out and sadistic. So.
Christmas Columbus tells the story that they spent a shitload of money to bring in a ton of artificial snow in Central Park for a lot of the scenes there. And then right after they did that, New York City had a blizzard.
As soon as they wrapped filming.
Great.
Yep. The movie was actually filmed at the Plaza in Central Park, and the phone number given in the movie was the working number at that time for the Plaza. So they used it as a free advertisement instead of putting the 555 number. Macaulay Culkin was paid so much more than he ever was paid before. $4.5 million he made for this movie, which made the biggest ever salary for a child star. And hinting one last little piece of trivia before we start talking about our actual notes. Remember how in our last movie we maligned Joe Pesci for being kind of a dick to Macaulay Culkin, and at one point he bit his finger so bad that Macaulay required medical attention and they had to wrap filming for the day. Yeah, well, according to the trivia on imdb.com, after one scene, Macaulay Culkin asked Joe Pesci why he never smiled. Pesci told him to shut up. At the time, Pesci was quoted saying, "He's a pampered boy by a lot of people, but not me, and I think he likes that."
Good for you, Joe Pesci. You son of a bitch.
That is such a wonderfully abusive way of looking at things. That's so abuser core right there. Yeah. I think they'd like it.
I don't sugarcoat things. I beat the shit out of the little tyke. He likes it. No, I'm willing to bet he probably doesn't, Joe.
I could hear him in the character voice. Shut up.
Yeah. And I can even hear Macaulay in the Kevin voice. Why don't you smile more? Shut up. Like, why didn't they just film that?
Right. Maybe that's just method acting, you know? You got to keep the kid feeling animosity towards old Harry.
And like a lot of movies that are this big, especially when they know it's going to be this big, a lot of documentation was happening during the time. So if you're interested in a lot of the behind-the-scenes trivia, there is a ton of it for this movie. You know how it is with our pod. We're not going to spend a ton of time on it. Just did a couple things to give you a sense of what it was like, or a couple of interesting tidbits. Other than that, I think we should just start talking about the movie, because I got a lot of notes.
And to start talking about the movie, that means we got to start talking about the good.
So I really like the fact that Kevin knocked the shit out of Biff is one of the first things in the movie. Like, good for you, little man, beating the fuck out of the older brother that's just a bully and an asshole. Yeah. Good for you.
My first note is legitimately Kevin has a point. The whole first part of the movie, everything Kevin says, I'm like, I agree, Kevin.
I laughed out loud at Kevin's uncle laughing at him being made fun of on stage, and like, what is wrong with these people? Everybody at this recital starts laughing at the poor child on stage. But the fact that his uncle started it really got me. Like, very funny to me.
Society in these movies is slightly different than our society, and it is cruel and it's mean.
Yeah.
Like, Well, put it this way, I have a whole different column, and I just labeled it. And one of the things
I have a weird column.
Yeah, like one of the things was the crowd openly laughing at a little child
Yes.
for somebody just basically doing the equivalent of rabbit ears over him. And this entire adult crowd is guffawing and bending over like forwards in laughter, laughing so hard at this little kid, this cute little kid being mocked on stage. Like, what the fuck is wrong with each and every one of you people in the audience? It makes it,
Right. When the whole concert's ruined, they blame the kid that was getting picked on.
Mm-hmm. You need to apologize, Kevin. What the fuck?
Kevin is definitely
Jesus
abused.
Christ.
Kevin is definitely abused.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, there's a reason why he's part serial killer.
I have that when they realized Kevin was lost again, and the parents go to tell the authorities. They say, actually, this happened once before, and then they say, it's so cheesy, but I laughed at it anyway. They say, we never lost our luggage, and they both knock on the counter, like knock on wood, and it's like that's what
and they openly laugh at it.
Yeah, that's what they're concerned
Jesus
about
Christ,
right now.
it's so funny, it's so dark.
Yeah.
This family and the Bluths have more in common than they would like to admit, I think.
Yes, for sure. Obviously, one of my goods is that Tim Curry is in this. Hello, Tim Curry.
Yes, I have that listed as well.
Oh, he's just in big bold letters in the center of he's underneath the title. I have Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, in big bold letters, Tim Curry.
He's such a compelling actor when he gets his face slapped and he does like he tears up and he's like looks off to the side and like the way he plays it is fucking flawless. It's so good. The little lip tremble.
Almost too good.
Like he's great at hamming it up, but he's good at the little stuff too. So he's mesmerizing, and he's the kind of I always say that there's like this magnetism with some people where your eyes are drawn to them and you want to see everything they say or do. And Tim Curry, even though he's a little funny looking maybe by some people's standards, he has that. Like I can't help but like watch him wherever he is on screen or stage or whatever.
He honestly, in this show, he reminded me. Never mind. I can't bring it up now because it would give away things later. I'll bring it up later.
Okay, all right. I realized that earlier I said he's part serial killer. Part of the reason why is I'm finding out now watching this is that he's a stand-up comic too. Like he loves hamming it up for the camera, even if the camera is the fourth wall that nobody else in his universe can see. So he's kind of a little bit like Deadpool or the Joker. He's got a lot in common with those two characters. And once you start seeing, like, if you were to take the Home Alone franchise and say that this is the origin story for the Joker, for example, you'd go, oh, okay, this all checks out now. And same thing with we talked about Jigsaw and stuff like that.
You think he's talking to the camera, but he's not. He's talking to his dark passenger in those moments.
Yes. His murder star, his yes. Red passenger.
Yeah, he keeps seeing this star, this like Christmas star in the distance, and we said while watching it, like that's the entity like speaking to him. That it's like you must.
Every time the choir breaks out and they start singing about the Christmas star, just imagine they're saying the murder star, and now the whole movie makes sense. The choir scenes are the inspiration that get him to kill more.
Yeah, Kevin is like blood for the blood god.
Psych up music.
I will say a lot of the enjoyment that I extracted from this movie, it feels like I was doing a lot of the heavy lifting, pulling it out of it. Like this murder plot that's going on in our headcanon is so much more interesting than what's happening on screen sometimes. But
100% watching the movie with you guys definitely made the movie that much better. The commentary really made it.
100%.
He tips Rob Schneider with fruit stripe gum, which I can get behind. Because please don't tip Rob Schneider.
Strike gum, which is in my bad column straight up right now.
Yeah, like,
that is the world's worst gum.
Like
the worst.
The flavor's gone in like 10 seconds after chewing it. Here's your tip, buddy. Nothing.
Yeah, you're hitting on. I have two parts that like the fruit stripe gum. Fruit stripe gum is both in the good column and in the bad column. Same with Rob Schneider. For example, how Rob Schneider ends up in the good column is that he gets tortured a lot in this movie. And okay, if I'm going to have to look at Rob Schneider's face, at least let me watch him in pain. That is an acceptable trade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because later he goes to tip him and he's like, "Oh, some more gum? No thanks." And Kevin has like this big wad of cash and he's like, "Oh, you don't want to tip, huh? Okay," and slams the door in his face.
The Joker, I'm sorry, Kevin knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing. There's no universe in which you can convince me that Kevin accidentally gave him gum one time and then a wad of hundreds the next. No, he knows what he has.
Before we get too far away from it from the beginning, another thing in my weird column is recording his...
I know where you...
No, you don't. Do you? Okay, recording his uncle in the shower.
Where you were going with that.
What the fuck? That's
why
weird.
are you recording your uncle in the shower, little man?
Yeah,
like
inappropriate behavior.
This is weird all around, and the fact that like he knows not to. Like, oh, I can't go in there when Uncle Frank is in the shower. Like, why? I'm like leaning forward at this point, going, why? Why are you saying that? What happened? But the next thing is, but then he goes in there and he records his uncle and he stays in there for a good 30 seconds just recording his uncle and like staring at him while he's showering. Like, Jesus Christ, this movie. This movie.
You need the overlay, the Dr. Loomis speech about how I saw this little boy with the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. Because it's straight up serial killer behavior, awkwardly stalking your uncle in the shower.
Your shitty uncle. Shitty uncle.
Yeah.
Like, you know that the uncles...
The kids know not to go
list.
around when he's naked, apparently. Yeah, he's on a list somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why he's always have to tag along with this side of the family, because he can't actually go anywhere.
Right.
He can go, like, with these people.
I did enjoy where he was saying, like, we're spending a lot of money on this vacation, so don't ruin it for us, but your dad's spending a lot of money on our vacation. Because he's a freeloader.
He's a mafioso,
yeah.
right? The dad is in the mafia. That's where we determined
he
gets
pays
all
his
money.
brother.
Yeah.
Fredo.
I knew it was you, brother. Yeah.
I love the John Williams music in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciated the fact that he actually included, it was either a high tuba solo or a lower euphonium baritone solo, but either way, the dun 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 dun, it's beautiful for that kind of instrument too, and anytime you can let the low brass take a solo for a minute, like we know I used to play low brass, so like as a low brass player, we know we're not going to get the solo often, but when it's nice like this, it was pleasant too. It wasn't played for comic or anything like that, so I enjoyed it.
It was very Christmassy for sure.
Angels with Even Filthier Souls. You gotta love that title. and Merry Christmas.
Oh, remember when they had the angels with the filthy souls in the first movie? Remember that? Remember that? That was cool, wasn't it?
Even
remember
filthier
that?
Souls. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I say that to people to this day. So.
Oh, remember when he said you filthy animal in the first movie?
Yeah,
remember that?
I sure do.
I remember that.
There's a lot of member berries in this movie. A lot of them.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but sorry, I won't wear out my my joke too much, I promise.
The pigeons, the New York pigeons not flying when Harry starts smacking them. They're just like they have the attitude of like, "Hey, fuck you, buddy. I was your first."
Yeah. Yeah, like, was this your first time to New York or what?
You're right.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
I loved how polite Kevin was. That, like, before he does the cannonball, he's like, "Excuse me, sirs, would you mind if I practice my cannonball skills?"
Yeah, and like two of them said no. One didn't say anything, which technically I don't know if that counts as consent because one you didn't get an abstain. It's not implied consent. So either way, he did a good job at least asking for approval before he did something that could ruin their time. So good job, Kevin. He's a very courteous serial killer.
Absolutely. He knows manners are important. That's probably one of the things that keeps you off his list.
He also learned his lesson about appearances, which was nice to see, because at first he's scared of the pigeon lady, but the second time he like stops running and goes over and just talks to her after she sets his foot free or whatever. I thought that was a nice little touch. He immediately runs,
but then he remembers and comes back and he apologizes to her for his weird reaction. Great. We saw character growth between 1 and 2. And what did it do? That person also helped him, but he got to get to know her a little bit better than he got to know the old man in the first movie. So he was rewarded for that. Jamie, you brought up the list, and it made me think of the I think there should, like, the McAllisters are on a no-fly list after this movie, right?
They have to
Like,
be.
they're
I mean, this was
never-
before
Yeah.
no-fly lists, but
They're not allowed anymore. Like, no, you can't come anymore. You have to stay home now until your children are all 18. Then you can leave the house again. Other than that, you stay home. There's plenty of stuff to do in Chicago. Enjoy your stay.
Speaking of,
Or
now
drive.
this isn't necessarily good or bad, but it's of note that, like, wow, a pre 9/11 world is alive in this movie. Like, he would never be able to get on that plane after the tickets got mixed up today. They literally show him at the top of the Twin Towers looking out over New York.
Yeah. He goes into coach and she says, find a seat. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what? They don't have assigned seating even? Jesus, that's
Yeah.
a very different world. I can't imagine flying without... I mean, even when I was a kid, we had assigned seats, right? I don't know. Maybe they just did that for the movie.
Yeah, it's like, don't worry about your ticket. Hey, just find a seat. Sir, would you like a complimentary box cutter that we are handing out? This is all pre 9/11 stuff, you know?
yeah, it really dated the movie in a way that I wasn't expecting.
A couple of quotes I'm going to rattle down. I have like 3 or 4 quotes here that I enjoyed. At one point when Kevin is admitting his faults and just being very open, he says, I get into mischief. We all do. And the way he says it is so like ham-fisted and cheesy, and I absolutely love it. Kevin's usually very deadpan, so for him to get very animated for one of those sentences and to say like, kids, you know, like that kind of, it was cute. I appreciated when Tim Curry yelled at Rob Schneider and basically he said, don't count your tips in public. That's a lesson that was taught to me early on when I was bartending, that don't, for a lot of reasons. First off, a lot of people consider it tacky. Secondly, like, you want it to look like you didn't make very much. Like, you don't want to show off that you made a bunch of money when you're counting on people to give you money. You want to keep that secret. You take the money out of your tip jar on a regular basis so it doesn't look full, so people feel, oh, I should toss him an extra $5 or something. You know, then that's how you make more money. So the one I will say that in the movie The Angels with Filthy Souls, the quote that really stood out to me was, I could smell you getting off the elevator. That was so fucking good. Yeah. Oh, just the way he says it, it's the total like repulsion of like, I could smell you getting off of the fucking elevator. Like, oh, it was wonderful. And of course, the quote that we are totally going to pull from this and use in other contexts is well on into the movie, but when Kevin says, no offense.
That seems like sort of a dumb thing to do.
When the pigeon lady's talking about how she's closed off her heart or whatever.
And what did you think? You thought of the Halloween?
Oh yeah, when
kills or whatever.
No, it's in the 2018 when she's like, I prayed and hoped that he would get out so I could hunt him down, and the cop is like, well, that was a stupid thing to do. You could splice these two scenes together.
Insert Kevin. Yeah. No offense.
Yeah.
So those are my quotes. Somebody else give me a good.
The burned M on Harry's hand as when they show his hand is a nice nod. I mean, I guess you could say that's member berries, but it's the way he's like.
No, that one felt comfortable.
Yeah, right. He's holding up his hands to catch Kevin or whatever, and like it zooms
That's
in
continuity
slow on
there.
the hand with the M from McAllister from the doorknob.
See, like him having the M on his hand, that is just good continuity, good callback, yada yada. Him wearing the exact same clothes from top to bottom, that's a remember berry.
Mm-hmm. Kevin stealing cookies when he's fleeing his hotel room.
I don't have any more.
He has only grabbed the essentials. Grab 3 or 4 chocolate chip cookies, throw them in the bag. Like, I love it. It's so good. The toy store was fucking cool looking.
Yeah.
I wish those kind of toy stores existed in like everywhere, so you could just go to a toy store that's made it a lot of like Roman marble or something. Like, it was beautiful, just absolutely beautiful.
My last good. I have a last good. How many do you have, Kelly? You got some good for us left?
4, 5.
All right. Well, I'll clear the floor and let you have it. But my last good, and yes, I have this in good because it was just so dark and so upsetting that I was cracking up. Is Marv whimpering after his getting electrocuted? It's like the noises he's making are like actual like oh, I was like, oh God, that's he's in pain. Like
He's good at the physical.
Yeah.
Not just comedy, but all the physical acting. Like, if you put a different score over a lot of the things that were happening to Marv, it's visceral. Like he gives it all. He's one of those actors that throws himself into his work, probably very literally. Oh, I put this as an observation in good. I don't know if this is good or not, but this feels like Saw, but with a John Williams score underneath it.
Dude, yes. And like the lethality of all his traps in this one, like there's he's literally like using like explosive and flammable chemicals now, just no fucks given. Every one of those traps is designed to kill and maim.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And that fills into my next point is the many deaths of Harry and Marv.
Right.
And the reason why I write many deaths is because we all know that any one of those traps would have killed these motherfuckers. So seeing all the many ways... Just imagine if this was real life, or if these were real things happening to them, that the first trap would have killed them. Kevin would have set up this horror mansion full of traps that the first one would have been lethal, and then now he's got like 10 traps waiting there. So they got to make them pseudo immortal to be able to run through all of the traps and just get maimed constantly as they go through it. But the traps themselves were often visceral and graphic as fuck, and it's so weird to me that this is a kids movie.
It's like Albert Fish's House of Horrors. If anyone knows who Albert Fish is, he had like trap doors and like spikes and Iron Maidens and shit. This is literally Kevin. From the jump, the bricks
or the H.H. Holmes Hotel.
Yeah, exactly. The bricks would have killed Marv. Like he's laying on the ground and a brick hits his face. He's
from 3
dead.
stories
his skull
up.
is crushed. Yeah.
But this is somebody that revels in the art of murder.
Yes. Oh, and this time he's taking pictures. He's got little mementos. That of
he wants to remember these moments clearer, like when he's sitting in his room 6 months from now, when the dark passenger, when the murder star has left him, he wants to remember what he was doing back when he was in New York.
Yes.
Wants to see the looks on his victims' faces.
Yeah, he likes
mad at him and they're chasing him. And
he likes to watch the light go out in their eyes. Yeah.
And you can see him smiling as we're saying this. You know, like I can visualize the smile on Kevin's face as we're telling this story. Like,
you can visualize it because it happens every time he enacts one of his traps. They shoot to the smile.
Yeah, absolutely. The pigeon death finish is the wonderful coup de grace in a movie that has murder celebrated left and right. And I know friends of mine that are so afraid of birds that I told them, hey, if you were thinking about watching Home Alone 2, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Skip it. This is worse than the birds. If you are a birdophobic, whatever the fuck the actual technical term is, this movie will scare the living fuck out of you, especially at the end. 2 grown men basically get pecked to death by hundreds of birds that are eating their skin off as they're pulling off bits of birdseed that are glued to them.
The icing on the cake would have been if like all the birds scatter and it's just 2 skeletons. Your brain wants that to happen so badly. It's
Well, at one point they're all digging into Marv's stomach and he's screaming his squelching squeal, and I'm like, there's no way. Like they're digging through his fucking abdomen wall, no problem. There's a scene in Day of the Dead.
Disembowelment by pigeons.
Yeah, there's a scene in Day of the Dead where all the zombies rip this guy's guts out and he's screaming, "Choke on him, choke on him." It makes me think of that. Okay, stop everything. Shut it down. The numbers are in. I got the numbers right here.
What did we do?
I got the numbers right here, and it says that
numbers?
We've been doing this show for 2 years and have no money and have made no money off of it. This can't be right.
Can't we do the show for no years and have 2 money?
That would be ideal, yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is not the case.
Well, the good news is that we did get a review in, and from one of the dozens of listeners that have said something about our show, they said some really nice things. I'm just going to go ahead and read it to y'all. It says, 5 stars. I love the timing of the sound effects. Very rare to hear that on a podcast. Very cool. Are you doing that in post? So impressive. So many podcasts ramble on and on about the stuff not related to the show and the things no one could possibly care about. What they had for lunch yesterday, what happened at the eye doctor, a call they had from a friend, blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Stay on content. But you do. You have fun. You all get along. You keep the show moving, and most of all, you're likable. I love you guys. Oh, dear listener. We love you too.
Oh my goodness,
I feel so warm.
That's all.
And fuzzy inside.
You like me. You really like me.
That's almost as good as money.
Almost as good as money, but I tried paying my my bills with "I love you guys," and they just hung up.
Yeah, they didn't take too kindly to that.
It was weird. It got really weird when I told that to my landlords. I don't recommend it, but I do recommend going on to our social media and discussing the shows. You can find us on YouTube, Blue Sky, Insta, Facebook, basically anywhere you could want us to be. We're there, and we will chat back with you. But we're most active where?
We are most active on our Discord. So come join us, revel with us, tell us how wrong we are about movies, tell us how right we are about movies. Post your memes, you kids and your little memes. Bring them on. Give us the old 6-7. Do whatever you have to do.
6-7.
We're bored, so we're watching and monitoring our socials at all times. And there's crickets playing, and we want you there with us to hear the crickets.
Come join us for a parasocial relationship that actually gives back.
Yes.
We'll actually respond to you, unlike some of your favorite podcasters.
Right.
For now, I mean, until we get super famous, and then we won't have time for that. But for now, for a limited time, you can get a response from us.
Act now for a limited time.
And if you want us to respond to you, a great way to do that is by giving us money. We love money, don't we? I love money.
I actually hate money, but
I just like all the things it allows me to do.
Yeah.
Kelley and I money. Keith does not want money, just to be clear. Keith is...
don't get it twisted. Did not say that. But money allows us to make the show more comfortably, and maybe one day the dream to give old Kelley a break, hire an editor. That would be wonderful. And there's lots of ways that you can give us money. Jamie, why don't you tell them what they can do?
You can go to Ko-Fi and you can rent us a movie, or force us to watch a movie and review the movie. We've ended our years of series now, so it's time for something new and fresh, and you can help decide that direction by paying us to watch a movie of your choice. We don't promise to like it, but we promise to watch it.
And talk about it.
And of course, if you see any of us in person, you can just hand us cash. We don't care. We'll take that.
So I guess the message is that we're wonderful, 5 stars, and a couple of our listeners absolutely love us.
And give us money.
You should too. Give us the money. Give us the money.
Oh God, Al's here.
All right.
But for now, thank you for listening to us. We appreciate all your support, whether it's in the form of review or just joining Discord and talking to us, or just listening to the podcast, because that's the reason why we do it. But in the meantime, let's get back to the show. Couple more from my category that just are random things it's just weird to look at was the seeing the 2 towers so prominently placed, and like this movie kind of celebrated them a little bit, which is weird that like it's not brought up more about 9/11, that whole Americana 9/11 thing that happens every year around that time. Like, I'm surprised we don't see clips from this movie in those remember when or never forget things that we see on social media, because it's all over this movie. This movie is celebrating New York, and a sizable portion of it is at the World Trade Center.
And they are visible through many different parts of the movie.
Yep. Oh, and Toy Duncan's chest.
I have that in my bad column.
I'm wondering,
as a graphic designer,
I wonder who Toy Duncan is.
Yeah.
It sounds like either like a drag king or like just a very popular gay man.
It makes me think of the guy from Blade Runner who has all the AI toys, and the first Blade Runner.
Yeah. Yep.
You'd know it
Yep.
if you saw it. But yeah, it's supposed to be Duncan's toy chest. Dear listener, it's supposed to be Duncan's toy chest, but the way the letters are arranged, Duncan is huge and in the center, and there's a little toy at the left and a little chest at the right. So it really reads left to right, Toy Duncan's chest. And that's in my bad column as a graphic artist. I didn't appreciate that.
Who are you? I'm Duncan. Toy Duncan.
Isn't that one of those...
chest.
That's the species that owned Anakin Skywalker, right? Watto. He's a Toy Duncan.
Okay. I believe you.
Yep. That's where the crickets go. That's where the cricket sound
For
effect
those
goes.
of you in the know, you're laughing right now at my clever little joke because you'll know that Watto was a Toydarian. Thank you.
You know, I've heard that the jokes are funnier when you have to explain them.
Yeah, that's true.
What somebody told me once upon a time.
That is true. All right, well, if that's the last of our good, then let's go ahead and let's talk about the bad.
My bad starts off with Kevin has the point, and it's why the fuck are they mad at Kevin?
Hashtag Kevin did nothing wrong.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Kevin's family sucks, and they're mean to him.
Yes.
No wonder why he turned out to be a fucking serial killer at the age of like 9.
This was written by an oldest child, I feel.
This
That's
was
how I
written
feel.
by a sick mind. Like all the ways that you're maiming people. Like this is a gore movie, just minus a little bit of blood.
Yeah, there is no blood.
I mean, Christmas Columbus, I'm sure he's a wonderful fella, and he'd make some really cool Christmas media, but there's no denying that there were some sick thoughts going through. There were some intrusive thoughts that won out when they were writing the script.
So this isn't necessarily a bad against this movie, but this is kind of one of the few marks against Christopher Columbus, is that he totally stole this movie's steez, because it's like there's a long section of it where the music's going and the way the newspaper flies up against the door, and it's like this is proto Harry Potter. This is the prototype for the music and the mood and the sort of because they're in New York Gothic setting, and I'm just like, am I fucking watching Harry Potter? What is going on here? Because like it triggered.
Well, you're
something
seeing
in
the
my
evolution
brain.
of the Harry Potter style.
Right.
It started with Home Alone, and this is the next evolution, and this is where it's really close. You're absolutely right that it feels really close to Harry Potter 2, 3, right in that era.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, my biggest bad is the one that we've brought up already. Remember Berries. This movie is littered with Remember Berries. At least there were some very original things, like obviously having it in New York and yada yada, but they still found a cringe number of ways to shovel more member berries into my fucking eyes, and I am tired of them. For example, when the mom screamed, "Kevin!" I was rolling. I didn't want to look at the screen.
Yeah.
It hurt to look at the screen because it was so fucking stupid. Was there somebody in the audience that went, "Oh, she said it! She said it!" Oh. I can't imagine. Who are you? Who are you? The person in the audience that goes, "He said the thing." I don't understand.
It was my grandmother, God bless her, and she was pissing herself at the time. So.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Key's grandma. I'm sure you're a wonderful lady, but it was so cringe at so many parts that I'm just like, every time they would reference the last, and that's why it's almost insulting when Chris Columbus says that this is the best Home Alone movie. I'm like,
no.
Well, how do you figure? You copied the first movie
Right.
over and over again.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that, like, there are songs that I've released that later on I'm like, oh, I should have done this differently. So part of me wants to George Lucas this shit, and I want to go back and change a couple of notes or something like that. But I don't. And that's what it feels like he did with the first movie, is he changed a couple of the notes in the first movie, but largely it's the same fucking tune. And he's saying, oh, this is better. I'm like, no, actually, the original was better but we'll get there eventually. Somebody else give me a bad.
Yeah, my big and last bad, really, worth noting is, this is a whimsical children's movie, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of circumstance that I can excuse, but for whatever reason, it just gets caught in my craw that why did you have Harry and Marv arriving the same day that Kevin was arriving? That is too much of a coincidence for me to suffer lightly. Like, just have them been in New York for a while since they escaped. Show their
rolling little jobs.
Yeah, show their hideout, something. That you both arrived there on the same day. What is this, destiny? You know, like that's so. It's
yeah.
I can't let it go.
It's a car slowly driving over the front of your car.
Yes, that's what it felt like.
Well, this is also the same world that a little kid sings a very fine Christmas solo, but somebody puts a light behind his ears, so the entire audience laughs and pretty much throws garbage at the child out of nowhere. Yeah. So it's a weird world.
All of my bads center around the family's treatment of Kevin. Like, you're going to punish him by throwing him in the attic. Like,
again,
if you're not gonna, and it's not even like last time where it's like you can just go to bed for the night. It's like, no, you can go sit in the attic all day while we do what we want to do. And if you don't apologize before bed, then you can sleep up here too with your cousin that pees the bed. Like, that's so abusive.
Mm-hmm.
So abusive. And then how do you not hold your child's hand when you're running through a crowded airport? Like, what?
Especially the child that you left behind before.
Yes.
Perfect.
Why do you have not, a string not wrapped around that child's waist, attached to your belt?
He needs a leash.
Literally. Like, I hate to say it, but yeah.
Home Alone 3 is CPS that shows up at the house and takes his parents away by force, and so he's left.
And Marv and Harry come back.
And then Kevin gets away from the CPS, and they're just like, shit, they're right. Yeah, my next big bad kind of fills right into what you're saying, is that she is the world's worst fucking mother. This mother, she is endearing because of who's playing I forget her name, but God, I fucking love her.
Catherine O'Hara.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. And I fucking love Catherine O'Hara, and she's amazing in so many different things. And obviously she plays the character well because she's still likable somehow. But if you look at the actual quality of what she's doing, like, look at her actions, look at her behavior, not what you want to impose on her, but she wishes that Kevin gets left behind. Remember? Yes. Like, we all brought it up when it happened. When they're in the attic and she's punishing him, she even says, well, I hope you get left behind again, or whatever the fuck
Christ,
she says.
She said, maybe you'll get your wish again this year.
Yeah, like, hopefully, like, whatever happened to you last year, maybe that'll happen again. Maybe you'll have another traumatic fucking experience where people try to kill you and we're not here to save you. Okay, mother of the fucking year. Merry fucking Christmas to you, too. Next thing, she gets her fucking wish, and he gets stranded in New York City for fucking 4 days or whatever the fuck it is until they find him. And then she was going to lie to the police until she got caught in her lie, and she had to fess up that she did, in fact, lose her child. Mm-hmm. Then she jokes about it.
Funnily enough, we never lose our luggage.
Thinks that it's hilarious. Notice nowhere in this does she take full responsibility and realize that there's something that she's doing wrong. And then at the end, when she finally does catch up with Kevin and they get to the hotel, she blames the hotel staff for all of her woes. When Tim Curry is the one that's actually trying to help this fucking kid. As far as I can tell, Tim Curry is actually one of the actual protagonists, like, hero type characters in this fucking story.
And in the meantime, before they know he's in New York, when they have no idea where he is, the whole family's just sitting down and watching a movie calmly together. No, there's no panic. She's not pacing around. She's sitting down calmly watching the movie too. That doesn't even make sense. If you would want your child.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't fucking like him. No. She wishes that he gets left behind. Like, no, she doesn't. She does not like Kevin. She's not a good mother. That's how Occam's razor. She is not a good mother. That's why she sucks.
Hey, did you guys give up? Have you had enough pain? Nice night for a neck injury. Hey, did you guys give up? Have you had enough pain? Oh yeah, thirsty for more. Thirsty for more. Thirsty for more. Thirsty for more. Thirsty for more.
What kind of idiots do you have working here?
The finest in New York.
My next bad is really small. The questionable physics. It's hard for me to wrap my brain around how things weigh and how things move in this half cartoon world. Because sometimes, like, somebody will step, like when they're both stepping out the window, and he sets up a basic seesaw where one person is standing on the lower end of the seesaw and the other person just steps on the other one, and it's enough to shoot the other person 50 fucking feet in the air and fly them to the fucking moon and back, and they take a bite of cheese while they're there, apparently, or whatever. But so then I'm like, okay, so the rules of physics don't really apply in this world. So then when you throw a brick at a person's head, I don't know what that means. Like, if Jerry throws a brick at Tom's head and it hits him, what does that mean in their universe? Right. I don't know. It's whatever the context is of your cartoon. So, I don't know. It's weird. The questionable physics they rely on them, but then they also take away all of their teeth at the same time. Yeah. So, I don't know. It feels inconsistent that way.
If they had reliable physics, the first trap would kill them.
Yeah, it's kind of necessary.
Yeah. And a couple of the traps would be pointless, like that seesaw. Like I said, if I don't care what the weight ratio is, if you had somebody that's heavy and somebody that's skinny, and the skinny person was on the low end and the heavy person stepped on the big one, the most that's going to happen is that skinny person's going to lift a couple of feet off of the seesaw. It's not going to be like 50 fucking feet in the air. That's just not how physics work.
Well, my competing theory to Kevin being a serial killer that must slake his dark thirst is that Harry and Marv died in the first movie and they are in hell, and this is their hell, is to endlessly be tortured in murder houses and in undying form by Kevin McAllister.
And it makes sense because Harry's hell includes having Marv there
Yes.
on a regular basis.
Yes.
My last bad is that Kevin is straight up setting up a death hotel. He is. There is no two ways about it. It's not for protection. He lures them to this house after he set up 4 billion murder traps. He is out for blood.
Yes, kerosene, gasoline. He's got that big pipe instead
He's
of
got
paint
explosions.
cans. Yeah.
3-story falls.
Electrocutions.
So I'm looking for where the bad is. What's the bad, Jamie?
Wow.
Most people would say that setting up a death hotel falls in bad.
It all depends on the context. Just randomly, that's bad. But like for somebody that tried to run me over with their car, I'm warming up to the idea. I'm just saying.
Watch out, car people. If he finds you, he's gonna lure you into his death hotel, and that'll be the end of you.
And if it happens, I'll say, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal." No, I won't.
No, you'll start by saying, I could smell you from the elevator. They'll be like, what elevator are you talking about?
I could smell you. The smell. You're like Agent Smith. My last bad is, even though we got to see Rob Schneider get tortured, and that was in the good column. Unfortunately, in the bad column is that we have to see Rob Schneider.
Yes.
So, yeah, that sucks.
Here's the thing: is that he was never a good actor, anyways.
His big contribution to the world is that he's Adam Sandler's friend.
Right.
Right. That's his big achievement in life. So if that's all the bad, and speaking of MAGA dumbasses, let's talk about our scene spotlight for the movie Home Alone 2: Lost in New York. Which is, of course, the Donald Trump jump scare.
Where he ogles a young child.
Oh, Jesus, yes. Oh, the Donald Trump jump scare where he ogled a small child. That, my friends, is succinct writing. That tells you everything you need to know about the scene, because out of nowhere, you see the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, just approach the small child, and Kevin says, "Hey, I need directions to blank," or whatever. And as they're parting ways, Donald Trump's gaze lingers on Macaulay Culkin in a way that I don't understand what they were going for. This reminds me of the Warren scene in one of the Elizabeth, or what's their, not Elizabeth Warren, what's their fucking
Conjuring?
Lorraine and
Ed.
Conjuring.
Yeah, what's his name?
Ed Warren.
Yeah,
Ed Warren, yes.
Where he's singing.
I don't know what you're going for. Yeah, where he's singing to the little girl, and I'm like, I don't know what you were trying for with this scene, because it just comes across very inappropriate, given his history and whatever. But I feel the same way with this setup. I'm glad I had you both there, because I felt like that look was really fucking weird.
Yes.
And I was like, was it just me? And then you both confirmed it, like, okay, no. Like, I feel comfortable showing this to anybody and going, is that how you would look at a child that asked you for directions?
The look is the look that fucking Robert Redford gives Demi Moore when he passes her in Indecent Proposal. He's like, this one, like in the
A little nod even.
Yeah, in the movie, yeah, like a yeah, that's nice. So like, as the scene cuts in this movie, what we don't see is Trump pulling out a walkie-talkie and being like, "I've got an unaccompanied minor in the hotel lobby. Let's move in on him right now." You know, like that's like clearly
Jeff,
where that look was leading.
Jeff, I got one. And then you find out that the whole reason he's in the movie is because he refused to let them shoot in the plaza unless he had a cameo. Sorry, residual yelling.
No, yeah, Jamie was at a foosball game yesterday. Speaking of Adam Sandler, she was at a little neighborly foosball game and probably screamed her fucking head off. That looked like so much fun, Jamie. Little side thing. I'm so glad you had a great.
I did.
And our team won in overtime. So
it was
like
full gamut of emotions. Any emotion you can think of, I felt it yesterday.
I have to vomit and pee and burp all at the same time.
There were tears, there were laughs, there was happy, there was sad.
So yeah, that's I don't know if there's anything else we need to say about that scene spotlight. I think we've
covered it.
Yep.
We've said our piece.
Let's never speak of it again. Actually,
let's never ever talk about that ever again. Okay.
Never to leave our lips.
And that means that it's time to talk about the ugly.
My first ugly literally is how shitty it is to say, maybe you'll get your wish again this year, as a parent who left your child behind while you went on vacation. Such a shitty thing to say.
It's horrible. And you look at his age. Like, yeah, he may act old for his age, but imagine saying that to an actual, like a 9-year-old kid or something like that. Like, Jesus. I know little kids can sometimes be jerks, and I know what it's like to be frustrated. Like I've been in relationships where my partner had children, so I had them there all the time, and I know how they can be quite a handful. I mean, I'm not a parent, so I don't fully know, but you get what I'm saying. But either way, you never fucking say that. That's just emotionally, that's cutting even between two adults, let alone it being a child that relies on you for love and attention and everything to survive. Oh, horrible.
Right. Like
horrible.
If anybody in your life said, I really hope that I don't have to spend the holidays with you and you get left behind and you feel like you're not important to anybody. Like,
and maybe you die.
Basically what she said.
Yeah. Last time you got attacked by a couple of strangers that wanted to kill you. Hopefully that happens again. Oh, okay.
Thanks,
it reminds
Mom.
me of Samuel Tarley saying, like, his father says, tomorrow you're either going to leave for the wall or we're going to go out hunting and you're going to die while we're out hunting. Everybody will say it's an accident, but you won't come back. That's what she's saying to him. Like, you either apologize or tomorrow we will go out hunting and you will not come back. Like, okay. He's like a kitten that you're putting in a bag and throwing it in the river.
So I only had two uglies, and one of them is the jump scare by he who will not be
that was
named,
my only other
Lord
ugly as well.
Same.
Lord.
That was my other ugly. That was one of my uglies. Yep.
But as much as I have Kevin's uncle laughing at the recital in the good column, because it made me laugh because what an asshole that guy is, the rest of the adults laughing made me mad. I'm like, what is fucking wrong with you people? Like, how could you do that? Imagine the embarrassment of a child with the audience of adults pointing and laughing at him and throwing things.
Yep.
Like, what in the world?
I don't know. Maybe it's the sociologist in me, but I immediately go, that tells me so much about the world they inhabit. Like, as we can joke that our world is callous and cruel, but that would never happen in our world. Like, people would feel bad for the cute little kid. The halo effect is more important than what people would give it credit for, because Macaulay Culkin is a cute little kid. So, like, people would stick up for him and feel bad for him and shit like that. So that tells me so much that in this universe, this culture is so cruel to each other that just openly laughing and mocking a little baby boy, like he's just a little boy. Like, what are you doing, man? That poor Kevin, he just gets the shit beat out of him emotionally in both movies.
It's lazy ass filmmaking on top of it all. Like that, because it wouldn't really happen. Like a little kid would get annoyed with his older brother making fun of him without everybody laughing. You could have done that whole scene where he gets mad and he pushes his brother without making the audience laugh at him endlessly. It was bad filmmaking, and it deserves to be in the ugly for that as well.
This movie reminds me of the remake of Star Wars. Like, you remade your other movie, but you added shit to it in a way that it didn't make it better.
There wasn't ever a remake of Star Wars, so I'm going to have to ask what you're talking about.
No, the special edition.
Oh,
the special edition. When George Lucas went in and
okay.
added the scenes, and yeah. Like, it was fine before. I just watched the Han shooting first scene again. I watched the original today just out of for shits and giggles. And it's good. It makes sense for the character to him be like, oh, I'm sorry about your luck or whatever he says, and just shoot. He knows he's going to kill him, so I'm going to shoot first.
Yep.
It's fine. Anyways.
McClunky.
My last ugly is the fact that Tim Curry is in a movie with Donald J. Trump and Rob Schneider.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
What a waste.
Yeah.
What a fucking waste. You have Tim Curry.
He's by far the best actor in the movie.
I would love to see more scenes with just him and Kevin. Tim Curry and Macaulay Culkin in a movie together, especially at this era and this part of their lives or whatever, would have been fucking brilliant. And the little bit we got of them were like the highlights of this movie, a lot of it. I mean, obviously the murder is art thing if you come at it from a different angle, but you get what I'm saying. The fun, campy, the romping adventure was between Tim Curry and the little kid. But we all know as adults that Tim Curry is actually trying to save the little kid from getting fucking killed in New York City by strangers. He's trying to get him in touch with his parents and get him off the streets, kind of thing. So.
And also possibly trying to keep him from like stealing from the hotel. I mean, I don't think it was 100% altruistic.
He wants that too, but I mean,
he wants to keep him.
But either way, he was just trying
to keep him from getting snatched up by Don and Jeff. He's like, he knows that this kid is there's.
Hey, you said it, not me. That's for Screen Share and Chill for the final time. My name is Kelley.
If the accident happened after this episode, then I'd have a conspiracy theory.
Oh, that would have been fucking weird, wouldn't it? Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. My attacker was psychic. They knew it was coming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're just ahead of the curve. So I think that's all of our good, bad, and ugly, right?
Yep.
So that means that it's time for us to talk about our 3+1 questions, which some people might consider 4, but I like to think of it as 3 questions and then the final question, which 3 questions, the first question of which is, if this entire cast was replaced by Muppets, except for one human, who would the human be?
Tim Curry, which is where I have to... He reminded me in this movie of the human character in a cast of Muppets because everything else is so ridiculous and he is so
and he's kind
serious.
of grounded. Yeah.
That's why I had to stop what I was saying earlier because 100% there's no other answer for me than Tim Curry.
Yeah, I think all the other answers we've already given, right? Like it's Kevin or it's so and so.
Yeah, Kevin is the other obvious answer. It could be funny if we bent the rule a little bit and said Marv and Harry were both humans and they were just terrorized all movie by a fucking
deranged little Muppet.
I was going to say, imagine a deranged little Kevin Muppet out there creating his little murder hotel.
Yeah, that is fun. But I mean, but then you lose out on having Macaulay Culkin, and Macaulay Culkin at this age was kind of like a Haley Joel Osment, Sixth Sense kind of age. Like there's just a perfect age for their acting ability. Not that they weren't good actors later on, but this, for their age was remarkable. Yeah. Anytime you tell me that my choice is either keep Tim Curry or remove him from the movie, I'm always going to choose keeping Tim Curry. He's like one of those actors where I don't care whatever the role is, I will ask Tim Curry to do it first if I had that ability kind of thing. Like Christopher Waltz, one of those kind of actors where if he's going to be in your movie, I'll find a place for him. If he wants to do it, then I'm game. So next question would be, what would be the promotional popcorn bucket for this movie?
Perhaps a pail marked, like, I don't know, kerosene or explosives, one of his little death traps.
A model of the Twin Towers.
Oof. Just reach right in there.
You get your candy in one of those little pigeon food containers.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
I was going to say candy in one of those.
Say a pile of bird shit, maybe. Could be your popcorn bucket, like sculpted. Like
I don't know who's going to buy it, but I mean, yeah, give me the bird shit, please.
Apparently, by the way, our popcorn buckets are just not imaginative enough because apparently the new Wicked one has animatronic stuff that moves and talks.
Oh, Jesus. We can have him move and talk?
Apparently.
Well, shit, then it'll be an animatronic Marv's head, and every time you reach in to grab a popcorn bucket, he'll make some other death noise like, ah! Or something.
It just whimpers. It's like...
And while we're at it, let's just give him a whole fucking personality. Let's put like AILLM in his head and have him be able to talk, and he can do therapy on the side. I mean, fuck, if we're going... And our final question would be, who or what is your MVP? And that's the most valuable part. Doesn't have to be a person. It could be something like the curtains or the set design or a character or the actor that played that character. But what's your most valuable part?
For me, the most valuable part of this movie was the narrative commentary about Kevin's Dark Passenger as we were watching it.
100% the same. Yeah.
That brought me lots of joy.
I can't even, 100%.
It's like you said, a lot of the joy is what we brought to watching it. despite this movie, and that was one of them. Just like I was my face hurt from smiling. Just the concept of his like dark thirst for violence and blood, and just trying to kill these men. You know, like he wants to hunt them.
Yeah,
he established at one point.
If I was going to recommend somebody watch this movie, this is one of the few times where I would say, listen to the pod before you watch the movie. Get our ideas in your head, because it's so much more enjoyable when you see this as like the dark passenger taking over his brain, and the choirs when it's really getting a deep seed into his psyche, and then he has to kill him, and now he's keeping mementos, and things are just progressing. He's becoming a more and more efficient and off his kilter serial killer. Kevin, we're watching this is true Breaking Bad. This is the true descent into madness.
He literally could have called the police and told them their plan, and they could have arrested them upon breaking into this toy store, but no.
Yeah.
He wanted to hunt those men.
Yes, and like I said at the point, like when he does call the police and tells them where to find the people after he's done
the
with
bodies,
them, he puts up fireworks. He puts fireworks around them to like this, and that's where I'm like, this is the Joker. This is the Joker as a child. Like, hey, where are the dead bodies? Don't worry, you'll see it. And then you see the fucking fireworks going off right next to the bodies, and their faces are contorted into a smile, and you know, like Kevin did that. Kevin did that. That's literally like he didn't contort their faces into smiles, but the fireworks, that's in the movie. We're not making that up. That's in the fucking movie. So,
well, what about you? Because I think Jamie's in agreement. So what about your MVP?
Oh, 100%. As soon as you said it, I'm like, because our watch of that and the added, that's what I'm saying. Like, now that you've heard this commentary, now go watch the movie. You'll have a much better time coming at it from that point of view, I think. But that kind of saves the movie, right? And it's hard to even. It makes it a little bit harder to answer our next question, which, out of all the questions we ask, the only one that really matters is, when it comes to Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, did you have a good time, and would you give it a thumbs up?
You really want to do this? Here. Now? Yes. Okay, let's do it!
I guess piggybacking off of that answer, yes, I had a good time, and I would give our viewing of it a thumbs up, but I think I give this movie a thumbs down. It's like, it's such a rip-off of the first one. It's lost all of the originality and most of the charms. First one's great. Just go watch Home Alone instead of Home Alone 2. I think I have to give it a thumbs down. What about you, Jamie?
I would say choose who you're going to watch it with wisely, because I think that if you watch it with people who can have fun with it like we did, you would have a blast as well. I am going to give it a thumbs up with the idea that you have to watch it with the right people, that you make it fun. Cal?
Okay, so what if they only can watch it alone?
No. If you're home alone, don't watch it.
Yeah.
So does that sound like, I mean, Keith, are you with me that sounds more like a thumbs down than a thumbs up, right?
Like for the movie, yes. But
the movie by itself?
Yeah,
the movie by itself is kind of a thumbs down, right, Jamie? I don't want to speak for you. Yeah, just to clarify. Well, I guess it makes sense then, because I didn't want to give this a thumbs up if both of you had already given it a thumbs up, because I don't feel like this movie deserves a perfect rating. But considering both of you have given it a thumbs down, I can feel a little bit more comfortable giving it a thumbs up, because it's equally not a horrible and offensive movie. It's just Home Alone 2.
Again. Yeah.
And I say that with derision, spoken as a slur kind of thing. Like, you did the same thing. It feels like playing a video game and they come out with DLC and it's just like one adventure within the otherwise big, huge narrative, and it doesn't really change anything. It doesn't really. Maybe they have one new character that's wearing a G-string that you're supposed to ogle while she's on the screen or something. But otherwise, that's what this movie felt like. I mean, there's no women with G-strings.
That might have made the movie better if there were women with G-strings.
Hey, I mean, and somebody would look at this and go, how is that a movie for children? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? We watched two grown men get gorged by fucking pigeons and eaten alive.
Obviously a child's movie.
And you're worried about a G-string? Really?
Set on fire, their skulls crushed, their chests caved in, electrocuted. Yeah.
Massively electrocuted, too.
We just saw grown men stare at a child's ass and nod and smile approvingly. And you're worried about G-string. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so those were our thoughts on Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Next week, we are going to be continuing our adventure with... Oh, we haven't decided who's picking next.
I believe Jamie said...
Oh, Jamie's next?
Yeah,
Okay.
we did. Jamie
Yes,
said she's doing
I
it.
lost.
Decided what we're going to watch? Are you going to preemptively get revenge, or are you going to...
I'm not, because I really wanted to watch this one. So we are going to watch a very Muppet Christmas movie.
Yes, I'm so happy
Hooray.
about this. I don't think I've seen. Maybe this is the one I have seen. I don't remember, but I had like 2 Muppet movies as a child on VHS, and I don't remember which one.
This one you did not see as a child. It is fairly new.
Oh, then
Because I had never seen
better.
it either. I caught part of it last year and was like, I didn't even know this existed. So
even better.
Interesting. Then that means
it
I haven't
has
seen
Joan
it.
Cusack in it.
Cool.
Sure.
I love Joan
I'm
Cusack.
down with that. I think that's a brilliant idea, and I'm looking forward to it. And more Muppets, yes. It's going to render our Muppet question a little bit irrelevant, but that's fine. We'll take that small ding, and we'll ask the 2+1 questions. But, yeah, I don't know. Either way, like, this was another example of a movie that by itself, this would have been an absolute slog to kind of just sit through. It wasn't, I'm not slog, but I mean, it wasn't, nothing that exciting was happening. It had moments of fun, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
But watching it with the 2 of you, fucking brilliant. We had a great time with the running commentary of the movie, and I can't wait to do that with a Muppet movie next, because Gonzo's gonna fuck some chickens. We all know it's gonna happen, and
We know it. It's going to happen. It's already bring
this
it
is
to the
canon.
bank.
This is in every single Muppet thing we've seen. It's got Gonzo chasing the bird with ulterior motives. So, next week, the interspecies erotica. For this week, in Screen Share and Chill, I'm Kelley.
I'm Keith.
And I'm Jamie.
Goodbye. Don't set up murder houses if you can help it, and don't listen to the Dark Passenger. He's a bad guy.
Don't wish for your children to go through trauma and almost die. Jesus, do I have to tell people
We'll
this?
introduce him to Donald Trump.
Yeah, don't check out kids' asses when they're lost in hotel lobbies. If you can
And
do
don't
that.
run over me with a car.
Please don't run over him with the car.
Excuse me, Commander. If you don't stop this, I'm going to call the police. You go ahead, talk!
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.